is the Vale Center with a little gathering area for the residents, including some flowers, birdhouse, the town board, little fire, the commemorative, I guess, statue for the previous Vale, the little multi-purpose building over here, which is currently housing Morgane's Spell Brewing. And then I figured close to the center of town, there should always be a bookstore and a bakery. So I put those two businesses right near town center. And across from town center, I try to keep the residents near their businesses because commuting to work stinks. So Charmy's home is right on the other side of the river from his bookstore, and Cindy is of course right next to Charmy. They share their little pumpkin carriage, and then her boutique is right behind her home. Um, and they have like their own little private beach space with their little bench. Behind Charmy and Cindy's is the community garden where people can go get honey or some fruits and vegetables. Just walk through the flower garden. They can pick flowers. The tunnels are also in this space along with the wishing well. I'm going to jump back across the river and head towards the beach. There's some different sitting options, just little benches, the lounge chairs, more of like a rustic camping on the beach situation. I did also add some seating around the bakery and the bookstore so people could read books outside the store or eat their baked goods together. Little pond by the farm on their walk to the farm, and then right next to the farm is MOD, which stands for Museum of Odd, and these are all of Morgane's accidental or maybe purposeful creations when she's messing with her potions. And that's open to the public. People can walk around it and see what she's created. Morgane's house is over by the cave here, and you have to kind of walk through the woods a little bit to get to her house. And her apothecary is really deep in the woods. Still accessible to the public, but deep in the woods by the cave, by Morgane. Lily and Chaco are near enough to the bakery for me to feel like her commute to work isn't horrible. Kat's house is back here. I kind of envision Kat as like my house, like if where I would want to live, and I would want to be near a waterfall or water as well as the woods, and I'd also want to be somewhat isolated, and I'd want to live near my favorite people, and those are Morgane and Lily. And who doesn't want a dog nearby as well? So I was happy to have Choco there. And so Lily's house is here, and then you just walk down this kind of private, isolated pathway to get to Kat's house. Across the bridge is kind of like a little community mini forest area with a little pond. But back behind there is Champ's house. Champ likes stargazing, and the best place to do that is away from businesses and lamps and homes and stuff like that. So he's back there in the dark so that he can see his stars. And there's a lot of open space around here for him to practice his laps and his running. He is near his food truck with some seating and some shade. And next to him, his food truck is Goosey's Art Museum that has some statues and some art installations, some seating, some shade. And then in front of the art museum and behind the garden is Arabelle and Brutus. and they've got their beautiful setup with their courtyard and beautiful tree and their manicured, landscaped backyard with their little special seating area by the river and their roses. And I kind of consider Arabelle and Brutus's business the tunnels, so I try and keep them near the tunnels. Almost like they're the ones who like maintain it and keep it up, and the garden too a little bit. But anyways, that is my new veil, and I did it from scratch in probably about 2.5, maybe 3 days, but I love it.